What the hell is this?
Come in the water. Come with us.
Oh my God, no, 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 let go!
Beneath the ocean's surface lies a world most of us can only imagine. Some of these creatures seem playful, others terrifyingly clever, and a few appear almost human, yet none behave like anything recorded in nature guides. The things you'll see in this video will make you wonder, are these sightings glimpses of undiscovered species, spirits of the deep, or something entirely beyond our understanding? In the following video, a group of fishermen had what they believed would be their best catch of the week, a massive fish tangled deep in their net. But before they could even haul it onto the boat, something happened. While they argued about what it was and how it moved, one of the older fishermen pointed out something they hadn't even considered. They were lucky it only wanted the fish. Whatever that creature was, it could have easily come for them instead. But what makes this encounter even stranger is that when they finally returned to shore and shared the footage with other fishermen, they realized this wasn't the first time someone had encountered that kind of creature. Just a few miles down the same coastline, another crew experienced almost the exact same thing, only theirs ended even worse. This next group had been out at sea for hours with nothing to show for it. Tired, frustrated, and ready to call it a day, they agreed to take one final chance, expecting maybe a few fish at best. But the moment they tried to pull it up, it wouldn't budge. At first, they thought luck had finally found them. But before any of them could celebrate, something jumped out. Just like in the first video, that same creature, or something terrifyingly similar, burst out of the water. But instead of grabbing a single fish, this one went straight for the net itself, refusing to let go until every last catch slipped back into the sea. By the time the struggle was over, the net was torn, the boat was shaking, and the men sat there in stunned silence. Somewhere off the coast of New York, a group of fishermen found themselves in a situation none of them were prepared for. The evening had been calm, the kind of night where the water looks like dark glass, until something inside their net began thrashing, and each time they steadied themselves to take a breath, the creature seemed to anticipate their next move. And then, within seconds, it outsmarted all of them. It disappeared back into the ocean before anyone could react. But the strangest part wasn't the creature itself, but the way the water went completely still the moment it vanished, like something else was waiting below. And as unbelievable as this sounds, the next group of fishermen recorded something even more unsettling. Earlier, we saw fishermen lose their catch to something lurking beneath the waves, but this time, what they pulled up wasn't a fish at all. These fishermen had been out on the water since dawn, drifting along the edge of the North Atlantic, when they felt the net get unusually heavy, but not in the way fish usually feel. What's unsettling is how unbothered it looked. No thrashing, no panic, no fear. Almost like it knew something was coming for it. Many people who watched this clip said the same thing. Mermaids never travel alone, and when one is trapped, another will come for it, whether gently or violently. This next clip takes us all the way to Thailand. A traveler who had always heard wild stories about Thailand, its forests, its islands, and especially its strange things said to live beneath its waters, finally decided to visit. Wanting the full experience, he joined some local fishermen on one of their early morning outings. At first, nothing seemed unusual, until he pointed his camera toward the side of the boat.
เขาบอกว่าใหญ่มากเดี๋ยวดูครับเขากำลังยกขึ้นแล้วเห็นไหมครับหนักมากๆครับดึงอีกเอายกเลยได้แล้วเฮ้ยอะไรวะเฮ้ยตัวอะไรเนี่ยโอ้มันดึงไปแล้วจับไว้มันเอาปลาหมึกไปเลยครับทุกคนโอ้ยเห็นไหมใช่คนเหรอ
He called it a squid, but look closely. The movement, the shape, does that really look like any squid you've seen before? Still in Thailand, some tourists ended up having the absolute scariest day of their vacation. They were out on a speedboat, doing what most tourists love to do, cruising across the open water, taking videos, enjoying the warm breeze, and slowing down occasionally to admire the clear blue sea. But on this particular day, something else decided to admire them back.
Holy crap, they're right behind us! เร่งเครื่องเลยพี่ They are so fast. Watch the rail. It missed. เร็วอีก
Hang on pushing harder หายใจไม่ทันแล้ว
They're falling back. Keep going. They're giving up.
According to the tourist who posted the footage, it started with one strange head popping out of the water. Just one, staring directly at them, barely blinking. At first, they thought it was an animal curious about the boat, until a second one surfaced, then a third, and within seconds, it wasn't one, or two, or three anymore. It was several of them, dark shapes rising and moving through the water with a speed that didn't feel normal. But here's the question no one has been able to answer. If those were really mer-like creatures, what exactly would have happened if the boat hadn't sped away in time? In this next clip, a family is out on a peaceful boat cruise when their little boy suddenly spots something moving far out in the water. He keeps pointing, trying to get his parents' attention, but no one takes him seriously. They assume he's talking about a dolphin, so he tosses a small piece of food toward it, and that's when everything changes.
Stay back
เร่งเครื่องเลย I'm trying. โอ้ยน้ำตาเอาเรือได้ She's right there. Pick her up.
ระวังมือ
Oh my God, they're everywhere. She's gonna grab.
เร็วหลุดแล้ว
Hold away.
Whatever that creature was, it wasn't acting like a dolphin at all. And while the group of four faced the boat briefly, only one followed, closing in fast and gripping the boat as if trying to pull itself closer. Some viewers say creatures like this mimic dolphins to get close to boats. Others claim only one will approach if it has chosen a target. But what do you think was going on out there? Some fishermen were out on the water, wrestling with what they thought would be a simple catch, until something else rose from beneath the surface.
ดึงขึ้นมาหนักว่ะโอ้ตัวใหญ่มากมาแล้วเฮ้ยมันคว้าไปแล้วเห็นหน้าไหมโคตรร้อน
Unlike the creature in the previous clips, this one didn't reach for their catch, and it didn't attack them either. The men spent hours arguing about what exactly they saw. Why did it show itself? Why did it ignore the fish? And if these creatures truly exist, do they each have different behaviors, different roles, maybe even different intentions? The truth is, no one can fully understand beings that have never been studied by man. We only get these tiny glimpses, fleeting moments that leave more questions than answers. But the fishermen weren't the only ones experiencing strange encounters that week. Because miles away, another group would soon discover something even more unsettling. Another group of fishermen had been out on the water for hours when they noticed something else. At first, they assumed it was there for their catch, just like the stories they'd heard from other fishermen in the area. But a few seconds later, they realized this creature wasn't heading toward the fish at all.
ขึ้นมาแล้วโอ้ตัวเบลอเลยวางห่างมันดิเฮ้ยอะไรวะนั่นเฮ้ยเห็นมันนั่นจับไว้ดึงไปแล้วนี่อะไรบ้าทางเลือกเอาว่าเฮ้ยหายไปแล้วหายหมดเลยไหลเก็บของคงระวังมันใหม่นะคนหลอน
What they recorded instead was unsettling. The creature reached toward something inside the boat, ignoring the net completely. Some swear it looked like it was trying to grab an object one of the men dropped earlier. But what was it really after? Whatever the truth is, this one leaves a lot of unanswered questions. and a reminder that not everything that rises from the deep comes for the reasons we expect. Moving from that confusion straight into something far more terrifying, the next encounter happened somewhere out in the open blue sea, miles away from the nearest shore. Just a small boat crew surrounded by endless water. At first, everything was calm. But then the men started hearing thuds beneath the boat. And before they could even react, multiple creatures surfaced at once, fast and aggressive. Some people say mermaids aren't passive, gentle beings at all. They're territorial hunters that feed like wolves in packs, and anything that enters their zone becomes prey. Others argue that they don't eat fish the way we imagine, but survive on deep-sea organisms we've never discovered. A few even believe these creatures come to the surface only when they're starving, or when something below forces them up. But what do you think? Were these creatures defending their territory, or were they hunting? Legends of the past speak of sirens, hauntingly beautiful beings whose songs lured sailors to watery graves. They were said to shimmer beneath moonlit waves, half human, half spirit, impossible to resist. Today, with cameras and sonar, sightings of these creatures are rising again. Even now, as technology records the unexplainable, the question lingers. Are we witnessing myth come to life, or glimpsing a truth humans were never meant to fully see? In this next clip, a group of men ventured to a rumored hotspot in the ocean, an area whispered about for repeated mermaid sightings. Determined to see for themselves, they tried to capture or fend off the creature. At one point, the mermaid grabbed what one of the men used to strike it, and in a blur of movement, it slipped away, disappearing beneath the waves. The group realized they hadn't merely stumbled upon a rumor. They had trespassed into something far older, far more elusive than they could comprehend. In this next clip, a group of friends were enjoying a boat ride when something unusual caught their attention. At first, they thought it was just the waves, but soon, strange shapes began surfacing around their boat.
Meu Deus, já filmando isso? Olha isso, olha isso. Eles estão cercando a gente, cara. Segura firme, não deixa parar o motor.
Before they knew it, they were being chased. What some might call sirens, moving with uncanny speed and precision, keeping pace with their small vessel. The chase ended as abruptly as it began, leaving the men shaken and questioning what they had really seen. Were these truly sea spirits, or something even stranger lurking beneath the waves? This next clip was captured deep in the Indian Ocean, where tales of strange sea creatures have circulated among fishermen for generations. Creatures said to resemble mermaids, gliding just beneath the waves. In this clip, one man claims he finally encountered something extraordinary and decided to capture it on video.
Je le tiens, il essaie encore de se libérer. Écoutez ça, mi-poisson, mi-humain et sa queue, toute une gueule de serpent. Vous voyez les bécailles? Je l'avais pas imaginé aussi énorme. On l'a coincé dans le...
What he caught is unlike anything commonly seen in the ocean. Its movements deliberate, its presence almost otherworldly. This next encounter is unlike anything the fishermen expected, a creature that looks nothing like the mermaids of folklore. They struggled to hold it down, but its strength was unmatched, and soon it slipped from their grasp.
Hold it. All right, watch that tail. It's ripping. Whoa, back up. Don't let it slip. Grab the hook. Tail, what's it? It's on, it's loose. Get on it. Hold it down. Hold it down. She's going. Grab it. It's gone. Jesus Christ.
Its face, its arms, and the way it fought to escape left them stunned. Some speculate it could be the result of experimental science gone wrong. a deep-sea hybrid released into the ocean, while others wonder if it's simply a species humans have never documented before. Whatever it is, one thing is certain. The sea still holds mysteries we may never fully understand. In this next clip, some fishermen thought they had caught a giant tuna, until they got a closer look at the head. The discovery left everyone stunned. Many argue that once they realized it wasn't a tuna, the right thing would have been to release it back into the water, respecting the mystery of nature. And yet this isn't the only time people have gone to extreme lengths when faced with the unbelievable. In this next clip, some fishermen found themselves wrestling with a catch they weren't ready to let go of.
Держи, ее не отпускай! Да она вырывается, смотри! Чёртова! Держи ее за голову! Осторожно, зубы! На месте, гадина! Крепче, крепче, я вяжу!
Some kind of fish, man.
Fish don't breathe like that. There's a lot. Look at its eyes, man. It's actually breathing.
Whoa, jeez.
Hold it steady. Boom, boom. What the hell is that? What's this, Pete? It's trying to bite!
The creature in their net thrashed and hissed, fighting with surprising strength despite appearing exhausted from earlier struggles. The fishermen eventually had to make choices about what to do next. Some argued to drag it ashore and prove the legend true, while others insisted they release it before the sea itself turned against them. What would you have done? Back in the open waters, some local fishermen had finally landed a massive catch, but instead of rushing it into their boat, they took turns snapping pictures and recording videos with the enormous fish. That's when something unexpected appeared.
ใหญ่เว้ยมึงดูดิตัวบักโตดึงระวังได้แล้วเฮ้ยมันนั่นโอ้ยเอาปลาไปแล้วเชี่ยมันโซ่ไปเลยนั่นตัวอะไรวะคนหรือปลาโคตรเร็วไฟซอยไม่เห็นแล้ว
And here's something to ponder. Folklore suggests mermaids are known to protect their young and the ocean's bounty, perhaps explaining this curious behavior. But what do you think happened here? Now, legends say mermaids can lure men into the water, and once they follow, their fate is often sealed, lost to the depths or never seen again. The man in this next clip claims he experienced something eerily close to that in real life.
What the hell is this?
Come in the water. Come with us.
Oh my God! No! Let go! Hey! Oh my God!
If mermaids really have this ability, how many lost fishermen might be their victims? And how much of the ocean's secrets are we still blind to? Following the previous encounter, some fishermen ventured out once again, unaware that the ocean had another secret in store. In this next clip, they caught something unlike anything they had seen before. As they struggled to hold it down, the creature let out an ear-piercing scream that echoed across the water, so intense that for several minutes, the men said they could hear nothing else.
Jesus! It moved! Hold it tight! What the hell is this thing? Tie it off!
What was it trying to tell them? And as it slipped back into the depths, one haunting question remained. Do we ever really know what we disturb when we try to hold the ocean's secrets in our hands? In this next clip, 3 separate sightings that will make you question everything you think you know about the ocean. First, 2 fishermen claim to have spotted a mermaid swimming near their boat. Next, a surfer captures something even stranger. Multiple mermaids leaping through the ocean, moving in ways that seem almost choreographed, yet terrifyingly wild. Finally, the most chilling encounter. A man sets up a camera to film himself practicing fishing. What he caught instead was far from ordinary. 2 mermaids emerge from the depths and launch an attack. Were these creatures protecting their territory? One thing is certain. The ocean hides more than we can ever imagine, and sometimes it doesn't take kindly to being watched.
Watch your hands. Look at those teeth. Keep the rod in there. Don't let it twist out.
The ocean has always held secrets, but some are stranger than anyone could imagine. In this video, we dive into the most shocking sightings caught on camera: mermaids, mysterious sea creatures, and encounters that leave even the bravest fishermen speechless. So keep your eyes wide open and your mind ready to wonder. In the following clip, some fishermen shared a disturbing recording from their vessel, and it left even seasoned marine biologists scratching their heads. They said the day started like any other: calm waters, clear sky, until their net felt heavier than anything they'd caught in years. When they finally pulled it up, this is what they found.
Hold it! Get the damn tail! I'm trying to test! Watch your head! Get the rope! Hang on! Push it down! Got it! No! Cinch it! Cinch it! Just looking at me, man. Just keep it down.
Hold it! I've got the arm!
Slipping! Easy, strong. Careful, watch the tail.
Grab it! No!
Get the... Ah!
It's gonna go! Hold on!
No! There it...
Whatever this creature was, it didn't behave like a fish, and it definitely didn't resemble anything documented in marine science. Some viewers believe it might be a deep-sea species we've never encountered. But what did they really catch? A new species, or something the ocean never wanted us to see in the first place? In this next clip, somewhere along a quiet African coastline, a group of men stumbled upon something lying helpless on the sand, something they couldn't immediately identify.
Help me lift them small. Hold the tail, no pull them.
Jesus. I never see this kind of thing before for Lagos.
People make una shift small, make she get air. Yeah, they open it one top. Madam, you go there alright, eh? Hold them stay.
According to locals, these pale, strange-looking creatures were weak, so the men lifted them carefully and carried them back toward the ocean, saying that returning a sea spirit brings good fortune to anyone who shows mercy. Some believe they rescued harmless aquatic animals, and a few even claim that if those creatures truly belonged to the deep, the ocean would remember the favor. Now, in this next clip, a group of men out in the open sea stumbled upon something they never imagined they'd encounter. At first, they thought the shadows circling their boat were regular sea life, until the shapes started rising out of the water. These creatures didn't just swim around them. They kept edging closer, gripping the sides of the boat like they were trying to climb aboard. Their movements were fast, deliberate, almost predatory, and naturally, panic broke out among the crew. But here's where the debate starts. Some viewers believe that if these beings truly wanted to get on that boat, nothing could have stopped them. Not the men, not the waves, not the flimsy railings. So what do you think happened here? Were they trying to pull themselves in? Or were they simply showing the men who really owned that part of the ocean? This next clip starts on a quiet stretch of beach, the kind of place that should feel peaceful, but everyone standing there looks frozen, staring at something lying in the sand. And when the camera gets closer, you see why. Stiff tail. People around it look stunned, whispering, trying to convince themselves it's fake, but no one is brave enough to actually touch it. Some locals claimed a storm the night before had pushed deep-sea things closer to shore. Others said fishermen had been hearing strange calls echoing near the rocks for days, almost like something was searching for one of its own. And then there's the rumor that spread the fastest, that when a mermaid dies on land, something else comes looking for it. But what do you think this washed-up creature really is? A prop? An undiscovered species? Or a warning of what the ocean has been hiding all along? This next clip takes things to a completely different direction. In this clip, two fishermen come face to face with a creature they swear is straight out of legend, half human, half fish, but something about this encounter feels nothing like the usual hoaxes you see online.
Easy! Hang on to it! Help! Free me!
You just talked.
I heard it.
Please! Let me go!
What do we do, Cap?
I don't know.
Unlike other clips where the so-called mermaids mumble strange sounds or stay eerily silent, this one is speaking clearly, almost too clearly. She's screaming, pleading, begging to be released, as if she understands every word the men are saying. And that's the part that's throwing everyone off. Some viewers think it's all staged. Maybe a model who picked the worst possible day for an underwater photo shoot and somehow ended up tangled in a fishing net. But others are convinced there's something much darker here. Something that doesn't fit the model in costume theory at all. But what do you think? Costume, or something we're not meant to understand? And just when you think the last clip couldn't get any stranger, this next one dives even deeper into unsettling territory. Some local fishermen were going about their day when they noticed something struggling near the edge of their boat. At first, they thought it was an injured swimmer, until they got closer.
Let me go! Help somebody! Hold him, Johnny! He's slippery!
Trying, that's biting through my
Get
gloves.
this off me! I can't breathe!
Pull it near the boat, don't let him roll back.
Please!
Time!
I'll die up here!
He's strong as hell.
Help!
Whatever this was, it was begging for its life. And the strangest part? It was screaming a name in perfect English. That alone has fueled a whole new wave of speculation. If mermaids really exist, are they part human, part something else, but still holding on to their human language? Some locals believe mermaids are simply humans who transform in water, keeping their voices even as their bodies change. But what do you think? Was this a staged stunt gone wrong, or something that was never meant to be caught on camera? Somewhere deep in a coastal village, a group of local men decided to prove that all the stories they've been hearing weren't just stories. So they put together a compilation of the strange beings they claim to have caught, creatures they boldly referred to as aquamen. Take a look.
Keep it tight, pull! No! Let me go! Let me go!
Slip and watch your footing.
Help, please! Somebody help me!
Get his tail clear of the rocks.
I'm trying, he's thrashing! You don't know what you're doing, I can't breathe up here! Let me back in the
Almost
water,
there.
please!
Keep hauling.
Please! Help! Let me go! Please!
Keep dragging. We got him. Watch the tail.
You don't understand! I can't breathe out here!
Almost there. Pull.
Let me go!
Hold tight. He's slipping.
Someone! Please!
Got him. Pull.
No!
Keep pulling. He's fighting hard.
Help! Let me go!
Please. His tail. Watch
Got
it.
him!
Keep it steady.
You're hurting me!
Another
Help!
pull. 3, 2.
No! Stop!
Almost there. Keep going.
Somebody! Please!
Pull! Keep him clear of the
He's
water!
strong as hell!
Let me go! Let me go!
Twisting the
Help!
net, watch your hands!
Hold on!
Ah!
Back up! Back up! You know what you're doing! Get off me!
Please! Ah!
Almost there! Keep dragging!
Let me go! Please! Help! Somebody! Help!
Keep it tight, keep it tight. Don't let him slip.
I'm on it!
Drag.
Please! I can't breathe! Let me back
Use your
in the
feet,
water!
he's fighting.
Help! Anyone!
Almost there, haul him up.
No, please!
Now here's where things get pretty unsettling. People who've watched this footage say these beings are nothing like the mermaids we usually see online. They're bulkier, more human-shaped, and according to some villagers, they actually speak English. Not perfectly, but enough to say words you can clearly make out. Rumors go even deeper. Some claim these aquamen aren't mythical at all, but men who disappear at sea and somehow return, changed. Others insist they're part of an underwater tribe that only surfaces during storms, when their camouflage fails. But the real question is, do aquamen exist, or are these villagers capturing something they don't fully understand? You decide. And just when you think you've seen every strange thing the ocean can hide, this next clip takes the entire conversation to a whole new level. Somewhere along the coast of Sierra Leone, a group of fishermen recorded a strange encounter that still has people arguing online. According to them, they had rescued a young woman drifting near the rocks. Nothing unusual at first, but the moment her skin touched the water again, everything changed.
Jeez. Lift! 1, 2, ah!
You go fall again.
The footage reminded some viewers of old coastal legends, tales that women who vanish at sea sometimes return as something entirely different. Whether such things truly exist is for you to decide. In the following clip, a group of men were night fishing when they spotted something moving far off in the distance. Just a faint ripple at first, almost too fast to be a person and too controlled to be an animal. They pulled out their camera, trying to zoom in, but before they could even stabilize the shot, it was already closing the distance. Within seconds, the shape was right in front of them. Some say the men captured what locals call a siren crossing, a moment when these beings leave deeper waters and patrol the shallows, drawn by vibrations or human voices. Others claim sirens are known to race across the surface like this, testing boats, daring fishermen to call out or make noise. But the rumor that unsettles people the most, that sirens purposely stay out of full view until the very last moment. Because the closer they get, the harder it is for the human mind to resist their pull. So what really surged toward these fishermen that night? A curious creature or something else? In this next clip, deep beneath the waves, a group of divers encountered what appeared to be a protective mermaid mother guarding her territory.
Oh my God, what is that? It's got kids. Jesus.
Some say she was warning the divers to stay away, but whatever it was, the encounter left the divers shaken. And it raises the question, are mermaids solitary beings, or do they have families hidden in the depths we've yet to discover? This next clip raises a question that has fascinated many. Where do mermaids get their clothes? While diving deep into the ocean, one diver stumbled upon something truly unbelievable. Many divers have reported seeing these mysterious beings hiding in underwater grottos, blending seamlessly with the shadows and rocks. Now to the clothes. Are these garments naturally formed from sea life, or do mermaids craft them somehow? Whatever the truth, the mysteries of the deep remain far from solved. Most times, even when humans witness something right before their eyes, they call it fake. That was exactly what happened when the men in this clip showed their friends what they saw in the ocean. No one believed them. Watch this.
Oh my God. You're real. Oh, no way.
Everything about this creature sparks curiosity. Its shape, the faint glow that seemed to radiate from its body, and the way it moved through the water with an almost deliberate grace. Could this be proof of beings we've yet to fully understand, or just an illusion of the deep? Somewhere far out at sea, a group of fishermen went about their usual routine, but what they hauled in was anything but ordinary.
Keep it coming! What the hell is it? Easy, easy. Oh, back up, back up! Move! It's gone!
The creature they encountered was violent, unpredictable, and unlike anything they'd ever seen. It fought with a strength that left the men struggling for control, and though it eventually escaped back into the depths, the memory of that encounter has haunted them ever since. Could this be a rare, deep-sea anomaly or something far more mysterious? The ocean holds its secrets tightly, and for these men, this one will never be forgotten. In this next clip, a mermaid was found washed up on the shore after a fierce storm, and she wasn't alone. What caught everyone off guard were the little ones beside her. They had no mermaid tails and looked completely human. Some locals whispered that mermaids might swap human babies for their own, while others believe these could be offspring of mermaids who somehow take on human traits. Could this be proof of a hidden world beneath the waves or just a trick of nature? I'll leave that for you to decide. Deep in the open waters, some fishermen hauled in a catch unlike anything they'd ever seen. Massive, violent, and with bizarre features that defied explanation.
Back up! Back up! What the hell is that thing? Keep away from it! Oh God, it's moving again!
They quickly kept their distance, realizing it was far beyond their control. Some say it could be a deep-sea experiment gone wrong. Others whisper it's a species evolution hidden from humans for centuries. But what do you think this creature really is? In this next clip, a creature normally found 3,000 meters beneath the ocean's surface was spotted, and it was an incredibly rare sight. Some call it a vampire squid, a deep-sea cephalopod with bioluminescent features, while others insist it's a female blanket octopus, known for its delicate, web-like arms. But both of these explanations raise questions. How could such deep-sea dwellers appear so close to the surface, and could it be something entirely different, something we've never seen before? In this next clip, fishermen stumbled upon a mermaid, and not just one, but her children, capturing them on camera before letting them go. Rumors say mermaids can give birth to a large number of offspring at once, and some even believe these children carry unusual abilities, like communicating with other sea creatures or moving through water without leaving a trace. Witnesses claim the mother seemed almost aware of the cameras, guiding her children away as if protecting a secret the ocean doesn't want humans to know. Now, this next clip shows exactly why fishermen say the ocean is full of secrets. Some fishermen hauled in a catch that was both terrifying and unrecognizable. The creature thrashed violently in the net, its size alone sending chills down their spines, before finally breaking free and disappearing beneath the waves.
What the hell is that?
Hold steady. Hey, it's moving.
Oh, God! That's Terran! Let go!
Back up! Back
It's on the
up!
deck! Move!
It went overboard.
What the hell was that?
Some of the men felt relieved it returned to the deep, while others couldn't shake the lingering question. What exactly did they almost bring aboard, and where else might it be hiding in the ocean's depths? In this next clip, Fisherman captured yet another baffling ocean mystery.
Watch your hands. Look at those feet. Keep the rod in there. Don't let it twist out. Back up. Back up. Whoa, look out.
The creature let out a scream so unsettling that the fisherman instantly realized any attempt to break free could have ended in disaster. Many who've seen the footage say the fishermen were lucky to leave unscathed, while others wonder if the ocean itself was protecting its secret. Could this be a warning, or just another glimpse of the countless mysteries lurking beneath the waves? Now, this next clip takes us beyond mermaids, sirens, or any of the strange sea creatures we've seen so far. What you're about to witness is on a whole different level of mystery. The ocean is home to millions of species, many of which remain undiscovered. So could this be an entirely new species waiting to be studied? Or something else? Whatever it is, it's a reminder that the sea still holds secrets we're far from understanding.
Holy shit! You see how fast? They're faster than us!
The deep sea has always been a place of wonder and fear. But what happens when ordinary people stumble upon the unexplainable? In this video, fishermen, divers, and explorers capture creatures that don't belong in any textbook. Some beautiful, some terrifying, all mysterious. So watch closely, because once you see them, you might never look at the ocean the same way again. Somewhere out on the Caribbean Sea in 2021, a group of fishermen experienced something they still struggle to explain. They had pulled up their nets expecting another long day's catch, but what they caught wasn't a fish at all. The creature thrashed and wailed with a sound so raw, almost like it was crying out in pain. The struggle went on until it finally grew weak, and that's when one fisherman, unable to watch it suffer any longer, did the unthinkable. He let it go. His crewmates were furious. They believed he had just thrown away the only real proof that the ocean still hides beings humans refuse to acknowledge. But he insisted that whatever it was, it didn't belong in their net. But if you thought that last encounter was unsettling, this next one pushes the fear to a whole new level. While cruising through open water, a group of tourists were enjoying the calm until something started moving beneath them. In seconds, several strange figures surfaced, their skin blending so perfectly with the ocean it was almost impossible to tell where the water ended and the creatures began. And then, they started chasing the speedboat.
Cara, que é isso? Olha pra trás, tem mais! Meu Deus do céu! Acelera! Acelera! Ouve esse barulho, isso não é normal!
Elas estão cercando a gente!
Vai, vai, vai!
But here's the part that made people talk. Mid-chase, the creatures suddenly stopped. No sign of exhaustion, no sign of fear. They just paused, and then slipped back into the water like they were never there. Rumor has it, creatures like these only chase boats to warn humans away from something deeper in the ocean. Others believe they can sense fear, and once they realize the tourists weren't a threat, they vanished. And then there's the darkest theory, that they only stop when something far more dangerous approaches from below. No one knows which one is true, but everyone agrees on one thing. They weren't chasing for fun. Out on the restless waters of the North Sea, a small crew found themselves battling a sudden storm. Thick rain, rising waves, and wind so strong it drowned out their own voices. But the weather quickly became the least of their problems. As the men fought to steady their boat, something began surfacing between the waves. First one head, then another, then another. Rumors have long whispered that mermaids in the North Sea are nothing like the ones in fairy tales. They're territorial, aggressive, and drawn to storms, using the chaos to creep up on boats unnoticed. And some believe these storms aren't random at all, that mermaids summon them whenever humans drift too close to their territory. So what do you think the men encountered? A school of sea creatures caught in the storm, or something far older and far more intelligent patrolling its domain? In this next clip, a diver exploring a quiet reef almost suffers a full-on heart attack after coming face to face with something he never imagined he'd see beneath the surface. Imagine being alone underwater, and something that looks disturbingly like this suddenly appears out of the blue. How would you react? Freeze, swim, or panic like this diver did? In this next clip, things take an even stranger turn. Far from the tropics and deep in the cold Scottish Highlands, locals say the lochs hold secrets older than the villages that surround them. But nobody expected proof to show up like this. A group working near the shoreline claimed they heard something crying. Almost human, but not quite. When they went to check, they caught this on camera. What makes this clip even more unsettling is the way the creature looks like it's both screaming and crying, almost as if it's mourning. Rumors spread quickly. Some believe mermaids in Scotland are a different breed entirely, known to appear when storms are coming or when someone nearby is in danger. Others think this wasn't anger at all, but fear, because something else was in the water with it. Whatever the truth is, one thing is clear. This wasn't a random sighting, and locals say this wasn't the first time strange cries echoed across the loch, and definitely not the last. And if you think that was intense, this next clip takes things to an entirely different level. Deep beneath the surface, inside a research submarine exploring one of the darkest trenches on the planet, the crew stumbled onto something they were never trained to handle. At first, they thought the strange shapes moving through the water were just schools of fish, but as they got closer, the camera picked up something else.
Oh my God. You seeing this?
Keep filming. Keep. Oh, Jesus. They're hitting the glass. Back up, back up.
There's more of them. Look, behind them.
Pressure's holding. Stay calm. Stay.
Crack.
Corner's cracking. Listen.
They're coordinated. They're trying to get in.
What truly sent shivers through the entire team wasn't the creatures themselves. It was what they appeared to be doing, like they were performing some kind of ritual or underwater gathering. So the real question is, did this submarine interrupt something it wasn't supposed to witness? In this next clip, a group of fishermen end up losing their catch in a way they still can't explain. They said everything seemed normal at first, just another heavy net packed with fish. But the moment they started pulling it up, they realized something else was tangled inside.
What in God's name? Jeez, it's coming out! Move! It went over.
Whatever was in that net must have sensed it was being pulled out of the water, because the force it used to push back was nothing like a struggling fish. It yanked the entire net downward as if the ocean itself pulled it back, sending their hard-earned catch crashing into the water in seconds. To this day, none of them can agree on what exactly they felt inside that net, only that it wasn't anything they've caught before. The Titanic may be the most famous tragedy at sea, but sometimes it's moments like this that make people hesitate to step on a ship. Every direction they turned, something flashed beneath the water, and when the men tried to outrun them, it became clear. Escape wasn't an option. With no other choice, they decided to stay calm, hoping the creatures would sense they weren't a threat. Some people believe glowing-eyed sea beings are guardians of deep ocean territories. warning humans to stay away. Others say they mimic ship lights to lure boats off course. But if that's true, what did these ones want? And more importantly, why did they let the men go? In this next clip, the fishermen pulled in their nets expecting the usual catch, but what came up was very different. No one could understand the sounds. Some people say mermaids can talk to the ocean, warning other creatures or asking for help. Others think the chants are meant to confuse humans, but whatever it was, the fishermen were left questioning how much of the ocean's secrets are still beyond human understanding. Another fisherman's net revealed something straight out of a nightmare.
Came up with the net. Wasn't no fish. Still moving.
He held what he called a sea monster, its body writhing weakly as if injured. But then he noticed it wasn't moving the way a normal creature would. Thinking it was struggling, he tossed it back into the water, only for the others on board to insist it was faking its stillness, playing a trick to escape. But I'll leave you to be the judge on this one.